All right, so we're going to practice what we just talked about. Now what I have done is gone through and done these little rules. So I circled my cargar and zar verbs. I put a box around the IR and stem changing IR verbs. I underlined underneath my double vowel verbs. I put stars next to ir, ser, dar, and ver, and I put dots next to my irregulars. So I've done that. Now I'm just going to go through, and I'm going to keep them in that same category. So if it's cargar and zar, I'm going to do that first, along with just regular old verbs. So start at the top, mi familia. And by the way, I'll be using these two charts to fill out the regular AR and ER-IR verbs right here. And you can't see it, that's great. All right, so, dang it, there. Okay, so I'm going to write my verb here, which is viajar. And I really do suggest that you do this on everything. So I'm going to write my stems basically. Now if it's mi familia and it's an AR verb, how many things is mi familia? It's one thing. It doesn't include yo, doesn't include two. It's just my family, that third person thing. So viajó. Nosotros is the nosotros form. It's plural. And it includes the word yo, or it's nosotros, and so it's going to be imos because it's an ER-IR verb. Ustedes, so this is a gar verb, so in the yo form only, gar verbs would be que, and car would be que, and zar would be se, right? But this isn't the yo form, so it's just a regular AR verb. So I'm going to write PAG, and since it's ustedes, I'm going to complete ARON, pagaron. All right? Ella, this is a reflexive verb, so I'm going to get rid of that se, and I'm going to write it right there. I am going to have to, quote unquote, conjugate the se to reflect her. In this case, mete se, she is in the se box, so I'm going to leave it as se. And I'm going to cross it out, so I don't use it again. Now I'm going to cross out the AR and write SENT. And then since it's one person and it's an AR verb, I'm going to put O, sentó. Next up, Martín y Miguel, cross off the ER, COM. That's two people and it's an ER chart and it does not include me, so comieron. Mi padre, again it's a gar verb, but it's not in the yo form, so it's just going to be lleg. Cross off that AR and put O ending, llegó. Quedarse is a regular verb again. I'm going to get rid of that se. And I'm going to make it te because now it's two, and two falls in the te box. So te, cross that out. I've got qued left because I removed the AR. And it's an AR verb in the two forms, so it would be haste. Volver is a regular ER verb, so volv, and it is an ER verb. It does not include the word yo, and it's plural, so it's going to be ieron. If I were really doing it, it would be volvistes. It's the vosotros form, but we don't do that. All right. Moving right along. Jugar. This is in the yo form, so it's going to be take off the GAR, add GUE. Jugué. It does not stem change because it's not an IR verb. Next up. Viajar. Get rid of the AR. Viaj. And it's an AR verb. And it is mi novio y yo. That's two people. It does include the word yo, so it's jamos, viajamos. Abordar, cross off the AR, abord. And it's el pasajero, and it's an AR verb, so it's that bottom left box because it's one person. Doesn't include the word yo, doesn't include the word two, so it's abordó. Perderse. It's an ER-IR verb, and it's in the nosotros form because it's two people that does include the word yo. So I'm going to change this se to nos, as it says right there. And I'm crossing that off. Then I'm putting PERD. I've gotten rid of the ER, and I'm putting the imos ending. For refugiarse, the se is going to stay se because in this bottom right box of the plural turistas, it's se. And then I'm going to cross off the AR, and it's going to be refugi. And the AR ending for plural people, not nosotros, is aron. So refugiaron. Moving right along, sacar. It is a carganzar and it is in the yo form, so I'm going to remove the car and add k. So saque with an accent. Gozar, again, it's in the yo form, so I'm removing zar and adding se. Goce. And then mi familia, it is a gar verb, but it's not in the yo form, so I'm just going to remove the ar, and it's going to be llegó, because again, my family, it's one family, it's one item, and it doesn't include yo or to in the subject, so llegó. So, all right, so now I'm going to go through and do the eer, ser, dar, and ver. And on eer, ser, dar, and ver, I'm using these charts right here. Okay. So if it's ear, that's super easy. Mis amigos, it includes two people, but it doesn't include the word yo, so it's fueron. Don't forget, ear and ser use the same chart. Now for dar, it is yo as the subject, so I use the yo box, D. Next one, ser, yo, fui. Usted, and it's ver, so usted is one person. Don't get confused. People see usted and they automatically think bottom right box, but this doesn't have an S on it. That is ustedes, by the way. So usted, one person, doesn't include the word yo, doesn't include the word to, so it's vio. And that's it for ear, ser, dar, and ver. Now let's do the double vowel verbs. Now, like I said before, double vowel verbs, I'm just going to put this say in front so I can cross it out. I'm going to fill out the ER-IR chart just like I'm supposed to. And then if it's an ER verb or an IR verb, like IR as in OER, OER is kind of the exception, then I'm going to go back and add accents to all the leftover I's. But if it's a UIR verb, here's an example I've added, then you're not going to go back and add accents. So here's how the steps go. I'm going to take caer, and I'm removing the E ending, and I'm adding IO because it's one person, usted, third person singular. So cayó. And then I go back and I change that I to a Y because it is in the bottom left box. And I'm done. And that dot goes away in our imagination. All right, next up, leer. L-E-I-E-R-O-N. I crossed off the ER and I added this ieron ending. And then I go back, I to Y, and I'm done. On these two verb charts, the to form would look like this. I would have to go back and add an accent in that to form, okay? Because they are not UIR, okay? But on the UIR, and this would be destruyó, and I messed that up. There we go. Okay, I super messed that up. Destruyó, there we go. And then I would change that I to Y, okay? Yeah, see, that's why you need to follow all the steps, because you're going to look like a fool like me. All right, so on this one, destruiste, for example, would not get an accent on it because it's a UIR verb. All right, so now we're moving to stem change. We've only got one, dormir. So I'm going to take my two people, plural, sorry, and it includes, doesn't include the word yo. So it's going to be the dormieron, right? Shh. And I'm going to go back to the stem, and I'm going to change that O to U. So it would be durmieron. Lastly, I just go back. These are my irregulars left over, and they're that THQVP paste. So I'm going to be using this paper only. And I'm going to use the stems that are on it, and I'm going to use the verb chart that's on it because it's a special verb chart. So I'm going to go and I'm just going to write the stems real quick. And then I'm going to go back and according to the subject, I'm going to add an ending. Don't forget that if the subject was L, then this would be H-I-Z-O. Okay? It gets a Z only in that box. And then conduire. Any verb that ends in CIR is basically a J stem. D-I-J, pood, veen, pus, and tuve. And okay, so my subject, mi hermana y yo imos. El hombre viejo, oh. Nuestros gatos. Some people get confused there and think that it's going to be us, but it's not. It's our cats. Estuvieron. This one is us, so that's imos. Mi padre is singular and third person, condujo. El piloto, same box. El guía, same box. Elena, same box. Nosotros, imos. Tú, iste. And we're done. All right, so translations. Why did you put that there? How do you say why in Spanish? Por qué. What is it in Spanish? Well, it's lo or la when you're talking about putting something somewhere. So let's just say lo. Doesn't matter. Por qué lo, and then what do you say you put? And this is obviously in the past tense. So it's the verb poner, and it's in the to form. So my stem for poner is pus, and the to form ending is iste. So, ¿por qué lo pusiste? And then how do I say there? Y'all remember aquí, allí, allá? ¿Por qué lo pusiste ahí? We boarded the plane at 7:30. So how do I say we boarded? So to board is on here somewhere probably, but it's abordar, right? And it's not reflexive, it's just abordamos. I actually just conjugated it instead of writing the infinitive. Abordamos. How do you say plane? El avión. When you want to say at, it's not son. That's when you're saying it is this time. So a las 7:30. Okay? I paid the bill 2 days ago. So hace 2 días que, that means I paid 2 days ago. And then I'm just going to say I paid the bill. And la cuenta is the bill. So really I just need to know how to say pagar in the yo form. And it is a cargar and zar. That's awesome. It is a cargar and zar verb, so it's going to be que, pagué. She got close to the tiger. This is acercarse. So I'm going to pull that se off, and it's she, so it's still going to be in that bottom left box. Se acercó al tigre. And you could put ella in there if you wanted to, because we don't know who you're talking about. Next. Shh. I changed the money from pesos into dollars. So to change is cambiar. Money is dinero. From is de, and into is a. So how do I put cambiar in the yo form to say I changed? Cambié. All I did was take off the AR ending, cambi, and then I put the regular AR verb ending in the yo form on it. So cambié el dinero de pesos a dólares. Moving right along. The trip lasted 4 days. Durar is the verb for to last. I think that's a vocabulary word. El viaje is the trip. El viaje duró 4 días. Super easy. Mom, did you plan the party? Oh my God, this is the best one ever because you kids mess this up all the time. Mama. Not mama because that's gross, but mama. Did you? Get rid of that, please. It's a question. All you have to do is say plan you the party. It's kind of Yoda-ish. So planear is the verb, right? For to plan. So plane, because I took off the AR ending. And I'm talking directly to my mother, and I use the to form with my mother. So planeaste, even better. Planeaste la fiesta. And we're done. I don't use the verb hacer there because my mom didn't do plan the party. She just planned the party. My parents relaxed on the beach. Descansar is the verb for to relax. Mis padres, my parents, descansaron. How do I say on, as in on the beach? In la playa. And gocé, it's a zar verb, de la,